Well, Jim, let's get another question here. This one was sent to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Brian in Waldorf, Maryland. Recently, it was announced that AEW Fight Forever has been delayed again. Previous reports claimed that the game was releasing at the end of February after being pushed back from November of 2022. Matt Black of WrestleZone is reporting the game is being held up due to its rating. The article indicates that AEW wants to release the game as T for teen, but is struggling to receive the rating from the Entertainment and Software Board, which assigns video games their ratings in the United States.
What is this? Are they in Zurich, Switzerland, across the street from the International Fecal Standards Committee?
This is most likely due to the amount of blood shown in the game and the inclusion of intergender matches. I don't know if he's saying that because he knows that or if he's presuming that.
No, I've heard this, and I'm going to ask you, before you go any further, let me ask you for clarification, because I've seen reporting of this nature. I don't know if I saw this specific article, but and we'll talk about the blood and whatever in the video game in a second, but I didn't know they rated video games like movies. You know, it's not PG or R or whatever, but apparently there's ratings for kids and teens. There's video games that are actually rated for adults, that you're making a game, but a 17-year-old person can't buy it or play it, or is not supposed to, at least. Is this porn? What the fuck's going on?
No, but they're great games.
Fucking each other?
No, not really. I mean, sometimes in, GTA, but you don't really see anything. You just hear some noises in the backseat of the car, but that's usually just what a stripper you pick up from the strip club. Said it doesn't count.
But then you start playing the game, and the game is what I'm talking about. The game is rated, right?
But all of those games, they're good games. I'm not going to knock them. But we're going back to AEW Fight Forever. They're trying to get a T rating for teen.
Shouldn't you just if you're making a video game, shouldn't it be okay for anybody like 12 or 13 on up to play it and just,
no, not necessarily.
Just do that?
Not necessarily. Language,
it's
guns.
It's a fucking game.
Doesn't matter. Parents want it. There are parents out there who don't want their kids playing a game if there's going to be naughty language, if there's going to be guns, if there's going to be violence. There are parents who do monitor that. Well, I play the games with my kids and I tell them what the hell's going on.
Well, but I mean, does it have to have all the blood and the gore and the violence and everybody saying fuck, or couldn't we come to a happy medium where, it shouldn't be a 6-year-old wouldn't be able to figure out how to work the shit or whatever. But
if I'm playing Red Dead Redemption and I'm riding
whatever that may be,
it's the greatest game ever.
All right.
Number 2 is great too. If I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, much better than Tetris, and I like Tetris. But if I'm riding around on a horse and I maybe getting cursed at by people chasing me, trying to kill me and steal my stuff, if I have to jump off my horse and kill an animal so I can sell the pelt to get some money.
What in the God's name is going on in this fucking situation? If people are chasing you on a horse, you're going to stop and kill animals to sell pelts? This sounds like a goddamn stressful experience.
Now, the big difference.
Why would you want to willingly interact with these people and involve yourself in this? Would it be more relaxing to go read a book and learn something?
Well, I could do that too, but this is very relaxing and a lot of fun, even when you have to dodge arrows and bullets. But if I was playing this game, what was the question?
I don't know.
You should play this game. I think that was the statement here. Oh, back to this email here from Waldorf, Maryland.
Yeah, the email with the game. They too much blood and whatever the case.
P.S. AEW needs to sell over 330,000 copies at $60 to make up for the $20 million investment, not accounting for any money that was initially put into the project.
No. Because they're not selling the game themselves like I do Cornette's Collectibles, where only me and the Featherbottoms get a little soups on, a little drava out of that, but they're going to be selling these in stores. The stores and the distributors and everything, they take it.
Online stores is going to be the big sales.
Well, yeah, it's not like AEW is going to get the $60 or whatever it is off of every game. So the mathematics are flawed there. You'll have to sell many more than that. to actually recoup. And people were saying the investment was more than $20 million.
Well, the other thing, too, to take into the equation, not knowing all the details, but I've been led to believe that what AEW was doing, what their investment was not just for one game. It was to have the mechanism there to go to game 2, game 3 eventually, or do other things. If it's just for the one game, then it's like, wow, that's a lot of money. But if they have other games in the pipeline that would be coming down the alley or down the aisle, I guess.
Down the alley?
Coming down the aisle?
Yeah, well, Twinkle Toes is involved. But, well, how many other games can they have? Don't they have to get some more wrestlers before they can have more games?
Well, maybe they could do like individual break-off games, like Darby Allin's Skate or Die, like something like that.
Can we vote on that? See which one he does?
No, we cannot. You cannot.
Thought this was a democracy. Everybody got a vote. I'll come down firmly on one side of that issue, but nevertheless, so point is, why do they need all this blood in the video game that it's so much blood the teenager would be traumatized by seeing it? Aren't they shooting themselves in the foot, again, delaying whatever and or limiting their audience? But how much blood can there be in a fucking video game? Well, and in a wrestling video game, it's not like, are they going to be able to shoot each other or impale each other with spears or blood shooting out of people's chests? Or are they caving their heads in where their brains explode? Is there blood? Does UFC have a game?
Yes, they've had, I think, a few games.
Is there blood in the UFC game?
I'm sure there is. I haven't really played them. I played them a long time ago, just not my kind of game.
What's their rating, I wonder?
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. UFC video game. Remember, comic books used to have, not necessarily ratings, but you had to have the commission approve your comic book.
Well, no, the comics code, but that's what I'm saying. If you had a comic book during the days of the Comics Code Authority that was sold on a newsstand, it was rated for all audiences, widest possible fucking readership. Go ahead.
I'm looking here. I'm trying to, here's the price, here's the developer, here's the series. Rating. Hold on. Rating. It is rated. Now, these are just people's star ratings for the fucking game. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see what this is. This had something here in the previous screen, and then I clicked this one, and now there's just here we go. According to this game is rated T for blood language, mild suggestive themes, and violence. MMA matches can get fairly bloody. This game's attempt to replicate that may not be appropriate for younger children. Also, this being a T-rated game, a lot of the songs are allowed to get away with words like bitch, shit, and damn. Parents beware. That was someone else's.
Parents beware. Beware of this bitch there. Up in here. All right, well, the point is, if the UFC fights can get a teen rating, then what the fuck are they doing to each other over in AEW that they can't get a teen rating that they really need in that game to be successful?
From the mind of Kenny Omega, I don't know what they're doing.
Well, right there you have just hit on something. From a non-existent brain of a confused individual comes continued chaos.